Beautiful. Oh. Morning, people. How we doing? I ain't even got through my first coffee yet, but we're live. Let me just close the living room door a bit so we don't. Oh, right, that's better. Right, this morning we're on the farm, guys. We're on Michigan. This is the one where, at some point when the wife feels up to it, we're going to come on and teach the wife to farm. Well, basics of farming, anyway. So let's get you on the live screen. And yeah, it's raining this morning. One thing I have to do is up there. Few little changes since the last time you saw this farm. So one of the changes is the quad track is gone. I don't want to go over there too far because as you'll see, quite a lot of the changes. Another change is I was having problems with one of the trucks, so we got rid of it. And we instead put in something that you saw on sort of Riverview when I was doing cows in Riverview. Sorry, that's not that side, but yeah, there's a couple of tracks there which are working perfect, but when I tried to do the slurry, which this truck can do as well, it didn't want to do it. So we've got this trailer in, holds about 40,000 litres, you saw me use on Riverview. And it's a good bit kit. It just doesn't like undulations too much. So yeah, if we take it anywhere, it'll be by road. Also, since you've been gone, we've harvested a couple of fields. So if I zoom out, so we harvested these two fields, turned them around, replanted. And we planted them with long grain rice. I haven't done long grain rice, so I just wanted to check that out and see. So yeah, they're in different stages of growing. Also, in the next month or so, these two should be ready to go. And these two. So yeah. Of course, what we're going to do is I'm going to plow the whole lot and plowing this line. So if I scroll in, yeah, I'm going to plow the whole field and plowing this line to make two fields into one field when that gets done. Also, something else that's new is we put in, just enter this vehicle and come out again. Yeah, we put in this little wood unit. So the reason for it is we thought we'd get in a bit of wood because there's a few things that we can build on the map. There's 3 things that we can build. So there was a load of trees here, so I've obviously chopped them down, put them in there to make planks and stuff. And then the reason why there's no trees here is because it saw this as the edge of the map boundary until we got to this line of baby trees. So yeah, we chopped down all these all the way up to. I mean, we had to buy these field areas, but they weren't very dear. I mean, the grass areas aren't even grass. I don't know what they are. They're just a side bit, but so we planted a ton of trees. So in a few years' time, these should be fully grown, and we'll be able to chop them down and stick them in there. Once this dude finishes, we should turn it off. If we get any deadwood contracts, we're going to collect the wood and put it in. That might give us some extra wood. I don't know. I mean, the best thing to do with deadwood, I think, in my opinion, is to chip it and get the money, which we might do as well. We haven't got a chipper yet, but yeah, it might happen. And we've got a produce factory for when we do the rice. It's not turned on yet, so nothing's active, but there's a nice little space for drive and ream. And we've bought a few implements for doing the logging. So we bought a chopper, bought a grab, because obviously we're not going to travel too far, so we don't need a truck yet. And it's creating pallets and stuff quite nicely. So the three things that we're going to build, I think I showed you this before. So there's one here for visit, and this is going to be a playground. It'll be on the grass there somewhere, or just here somewhere. To be honest, I should have probably the other week when I was on here brought the stuff to this one and made this one first, because it doesn't need much. Yeah, that's thing number one to build. Thing number two to build is this one. I mentioned it a little earlier, is the roller coaster. We did bring some stuff over here. So as you can see by the storage line just to the right of me, it's used 900, but it used 89 long planks. It's used 144 liters of planks and a load of more beams. But yeah, that requires a lot more we brought over. So that's number two. And number three is this thing over here, which is the old grain mill. Now, I'm not sure whether this becomes yours when you do it, but yeah. And this doesn't need much, just beams and planks, beams and long planks. So yeah, this shouldn't take me too long. Once obviously the plant gets up and running, we can turn certain things on and off, and it'll create faster than three things. So yes. I mean, what we could do is we could do whatever the first one needs, then turn the short wood off and do this one. There's only 6 pallets of each. And then do the roller coaster last, turn everything on for the roller coaster. But we'll see. We'll see how far it goes. Obviously, it's going to take a while, because obviously we just planted the trees and they need time to grow. So, with that being said, guys, does anybody have any Streamloots contract cards to play? If so, here's my list. So we have some cultivating to do. Oh, big cultivating, Jesus. We have some deadwood. Like I say, if we do some deadwood, I'm going to use the truck that we got down for manure, and maybe chip these for some extra money. We've got some harvesting to do. So sorghum. Got some peas. We'd have to borrow the equipment for them. Carrots. Some more carrots. Some green beans, which is probably the slowest. No, green. The peas are the slowest, aren't they, to harvest? Got some sowing of different stuff. Some spraying, which is nice money. Nice, easy money. We've got some wood transport to do, so if anybody's got any contract cars to play them now. Otherwise, I'm just going to take this small cultivating contract for now, and wait for you guys to wake up and start playing cards. Let's put wheel cam on, and yeah, let's go. We'll take that one. Get back into some farming. Oh yeah, we also bought the Nexet kit. I haven't used it yet. I've just brought it down here with the normal harvesting header and the corn header. And yeah, we're going to just use, for a minute, we're just going to use it for harvesting. If we get into using it quite well, we might buy the other implements as well. but for now we're just going to use it for harvesting. I know it's got a small tank, but it's just something that we're going to have to deal with. So I'm using one of my favorite tractors in the game, the Fendt Vario 1100 twin track. This is a great tractor. It's not overly quick, but it is quick enough. It is powerful, but not overly powerful compared to the quad track. And it's enough for this. One thing I want to do is bring a bike down for this. I just want to show you this. Just going to go in the grass a minute and let you look from the side. I want to bring a motorbike down for that. Wow. I know, I'm a dumbass, but you know. It looks like something fun to do. I mean, there's enough for run up for the bike. I mean, the bike could be top speed before it gets even halfway down that road. So this is my field beside me. This is my grass field, which I put for silage the last time. The next time we do it, we're going to actually mow it, I think, and make some hay. And then, you know, the cows will be kind of happy. This strip here that I'm going to plough in, but I'm going to plough the whole lot and clear the whole lot, so... And like I say, there's a lot of jobs coming up to do, and, you know, like I say, if the wife feels up to helping, she'll come on, and I'll guide her through some bits and pieces. So we have got Simulator Radio on this morning. There is no presenter on at the moment, but we might at about 9 o'clock get DJ Pat, or 10 o'clock get DJ Pat. Mighty Foot, thank you very much for coming over. Hi, how you doing? It's just a chill out session today, people. It's just a chill out session on my own farm. Like I say, we made this farm up so that the wife, when she wants to come and play with a bit of farming stuff, she can. I think this is the field. Yeah. Okay. I don't know whether it's just me or whether anybody else likes doing it, but I like a little bit of hangover when I do my first headland. I mean, contract headlands, I always I don't really care much about doing it properly. I'm good, thanks. Just doing some farming myself. How are we doing? I'm doing good. I mean, I'm waking up, but I'm doing good. So normally I stream a little bit later on, like just after dinner time in the UK. But if a community member that normally streams earlier than me can't make it, then I'll stream earlier, which is what's happened today. So the community member that supposed to be on this morning, Minute09 Gaming, he just streams over on Twitch, and yeah, there's no sign of him this morning. So we thought we'd fill in for him. I mean, I always say this, anybody thinks I'm here to replace Minute. No, I'm not here to replace Minute. I'm here to just fill his spot, because obviously the more that the day goes on, the more people that are on anyway. So when I'm normally on, there's normally about 3 or 4 community members on anyway. We're just here to fill the spot, so when he comes back on, you guys are still here, ready to watch him, especially you guys on Twitch. So yeah, Mighty Foot, I do a dual stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. If that was going to be another like a question. Porter, morning. How you doing? Happy Sunday. Hope I'm well. Yeah, I hope you're well as well, and the family did. Like I say, just a chill day to day. We're just gonna have some chill and maybe a chat and see what's happening. Hopefully, we'll get to use that Nexit pack. It'd be the first time I've ever used it. So we'll find out what that's all about. All we really did with it was bring it back from the shop. That's it. I've not used it other than that, which is why I'm only going to harvest with it at first. So yeah, we're only going to harvest with it at first. I know it can do a lot more. I know it can plant and spray and this and that and the other, but let's just get used to it. Get used to driving around the map, get used to converting it into transport mode and work mode and stuff, and then we'll move on to the other finer bits of what else it can do. The only downside with the Nexit pack, to be honest, as far as I can see at the moment, is that capacity is quite small. 32,000, I think I saw. Alex, good morning. How you doing? Don't think I'll ever use that Nexit. Well, to be honest, in a way, Porter, I think, you know, if you don't use it at least once as a streamer, how can you comment on how it is? That's my eyes. I mean, you may see it different and other people might see it different, but how can I comment? Say if somebody goes, oh, how's the Nexit pack? Have you ever used it? No. It then sort of ends a conversation. Whereas I can, you know, even if I use it and don't like it, I can go, yeah, I've used it, you know, it's okay. It's possibly needing this and this and this, but it's okay to use, or it's shit to use. It probably shouldn't have brought this out, but, you know. Also, I feel that maybe some people that have tried the Nexit pack haven't really give it a fair thing. When I say that, they took it onto UK farms that it's not meant to be on. I mean, you take it, it's a big ass machine. It's quite long. It's made for kind of Americanized maps. Yeah, so the Nexit pack wouldn't be for you, would it? Because a lot of British maps are very small. Well, when I say it's very small, they're very small fields, tight roads. You know, it's not the sort of thing that you can get the Nexit round. Also, guys, at the top of your chat is a 40% discount on Streamloots cards. I do have my own cards for Farming Sim. You'll notice that there's no purchasing stupid animals or stuff like that, and that's because I'm part of a big community farm as well, and I'm not the manager of that. So I cannot buy and sell anything. But there is a lot of like working stuff, like do this contract, do that contract, hands up, spin round. Yeah, I mean, it looks interesting, and I think a few people have spotted with the Nexit as well. You can get it to direct seed by putting on 2 implements. They don't recommend it, but you can put on 2 sort of implements and get it to direct seed. Or the effect of direct seeding in anyways. I haven't done that myself, but I've seen people do it, where they put two of the pieces on, to the add-on pieces on the Nexit, and yeah, they've basically direct seeded. But yeah, like I was saying, because it's such a big piece of equipment. Ultra Woody, did Twitch unfollow you from me? I'm sure you followed before. But thank you for following again. So as you can see by my wheel cam, I do have a farm sim stick. I've got a tablet with, I've got the Stream Deck with the Icon City packs. Exclamation icon in chat if you want to find out about Icon City. They do all sorts of packs for gaming, for productivity. They work on Stream Deck, Loop Deck, and touch portal devices. And with my code, you get 10% off. I mean, literally, with the Icon City pack for Farm Sim 25, you do not need the stick. That's just there because I like using it. To be honest, I like using the Ceric control panel, heavy equipment panel. Before that, the only downside with that is, yes, it was plug and play, but because it was plug and play, every so often it would play up. And people that have had the heavy equipment pack control panel, you'll know this. And it would turn itself off for no reason. I'd have to unplug it and plug it back in, even though it was directly into the PC, which was recommended. Thought I was following, seeing the notification from SOAG, and Dina wasn't following. Thank you very much, Steve, for actually pushing the button as well. I thought you were already following, if I'm totally honest. We'll do another round, because, yeah. I mean, this thing will turn fairly good, because of the tractor. This thing will turn fairly good. Miss Chris, good morning. How you doing? I'm sure Stuart will catch up with the messages a bit later on, but yeah, give him a slap it around the face. Happy birthday for me, or a kiss, whichever you want. Eric, good morning. How you doing, fella? So you may notice, guys, no lines. Occasionally I like to do this. Don't use the GPS. It just, I don't know, gets you back into not using them. There's a coast to coast update for ATS. Yeah, I don't use coast to coast, the mod, purely because that limits me to single player. I like playing multiplayer on a lot of games. I mean, even this, if I wasn't sort of doing stuff on my own map today, I would literally be on the community map so that other people could join me. If I'm trucking, I'll be on Truckers MP so that people can join me. You know, SnowRunner, I open up a thing so people can join. Everything that I do while I'm live, normally, except my own farm, is multiplayer, so everyone can come and have a laugh with me, or have a laugh because of me. Slats Matt singing happy birthday. I don't do the singing, dude. I don't do the singing. That's Tav's thing. The only person I do the singing to is Tav, because obviously when it's his birthday, nobody really does it for him. I was going to say to him, but that sounds sexual, and you guys will construe that the wrong way. I mean, to be honest, this is my view of the ATS map structure anyways. At the moment, although they've not completed because they're not coast to coast yet, but there's enough of it not to add extras. You know, you can already do like 3,000 and 4,000 mile jobs without map extra add-on. I'm just hoping that STS keep their word, and with the map DOCs that are coming out, they're going to complete, or at least stay close to, the states that are on the old Route 66, so you can go coast to coast. That's what they said in one of their updates. I don't know whether they've changed their mind, but that's what they said. No, I thought I was. No, I thought it was your birthday, so I was going to. I was going to slap you before singing. Slap. It's not my birthday. It's Stuart's birthday. Yeah, it's Stuart's birthday. I don't know what everybody's up to today. I'm feeling that Bab's going to be doing another Dune Awakening. They're very into that game at the moment. I actually, after my stream yesterday, I went in, made some tea for me and the wife, and I fell asleep on the settee like I kind of normally do when after stream, because I use, even though it doesn't seem like I'm using a lot of energy, like just sitting here yapping here, it does take a lot of energy to think up things to say all the time. So I did go for a nap, and when I woke up, I thought, well, I just won't go to bed. And now I feel terrible. What we might do is we might use the GPS to do the rest of the field, just to make it slightly easier and faster. But there's enough for Headland now to be honest, I don't need to really chance not missing a bit. Get over. There we go. Two headlands with this tractor or the quad track, or any of the quad tracks with this cultivator. Two headlands is enough, more than enough to be able to do a 180 to come back and do the next lane. You know, with some things that, you know, I mean, we've showed you before, if you're using some of the, say, the root harvesters, they need like 4 or 5 headlands before they can make the turn because they're rubbish at turning. Don't forget, guys, now that we're on the farm, you can use your Streamloots farming contract cards. Please have a look at the contract list before you play them, because that if you play a card and it's not on the contract list, the card will just be dismissed. Reason being, I give so many packs away that, you know, I have to make you use them, and they kind of need to be gone. Right, I feel after we turn the GPS on, and we can natter away then. Right, so let's turn this. And to be honest, this one doing it at 7 is slightly faster, I think, than the quad track. I think the quad track does it at 6. Excuse me. I was pressing and holding. I wasn't. Okay, we missed a bit on that first one by the looks of it. So we were doing a little bit over. We'll get that in a minute. Anyways, people, now that it's doing it itself, how are we doing? How are we feeling this morning? I hope we're all good and well. Yeah, very many happy returns for Stuarty. That like that. Gavin, good morning. How are you doing? Like I said, guys, we have bought the Nexit pack for this farm, and we are going to try and use it at some point. But yeah, it's going to be a matter of seeing what it's like. Hey, Sly, how you doing? Not good, this one. No, that's shit, mate. I'm good, dude. I'm good. I mean, I know there's tools that you could allow this thing to totally go on its own. So there's VCA, of course. That will allow you to just press a button at the end and it'll turn automatically. There's enhanced vehicle mod. When you set that up properly, that will actually sense the end of the field and turn by itself, which is almost exactly how the GPS works in modern day tractors. They have the ability, once you're in the field and you have the field scanned in your GPS systems, to run themselves. Literally, all you're there for is to spot problems before they occur. Other than that, the tractor can do everything by itself. When I say everything, it can run the field by itself. Obviously, it can't do it might not be able to do it. Well, I don't know how much it can do by itself, actually. It might be able to lift up and down, if you really want it to lift up and down your tools. Suppose depending how sophisticated your GPS program is integrated into the tractor systems. That I don't know. So if nobody comes on to Simulator Radio, guys, the next presenter will be on at 10, which will be DJ Pat for Awesome 80s, followed by Cool Kid doing the Big Top 30. There will be no request during that show because it's the request show. It's the chart show for the week before's requests and plays from the presenters. Oh, the troll's back. How many accounts is that you've made so far? 20? Here, make another one. Not you, Alex Dozy. Somebody on YouTube. I've literally had like 5 days without the troll being there, and then all of a sudden today he's back. He must have got bored. Had a few too many drinks yesterday playing Green Bows. Nice. But it didn't go down well. Oh no. Green Bows. I've played a few games of indoor bows, and I know the game's relatively the same. But on green bows, obviously, you have to roll the ball slightly harder because obviously it's grass, not like imitation stuff. And obviously, when your stone slows down, the way the grass has been mowed can affect how your ball rolls. Yeah, like I said, I've played a little bit, and I'm no expert. Indoor as well. My first row, my arm thought I was still playing 10-pin bowling. I launched it down the thing. Literally launched it down the first row. It took me a minute or two to realize you don't need that much of a swing. Then it's more about your technique than anything else. Especially, like I say, especially indoor. It ended up I didn't have any backswing at all, and I was just going like, look, oh look, Tro's back. Guess what, mate? Make another count. Like I say, dude, sooner or later, they'll get your IP address and you'll be totally banned from YouTube. I'd love you to come over to Twitch and try that, because you'd never be able to come back, mate. Because they will find your IP address. Plus, my moderators would have a field day. I wouldn't even need to do anything. They just go bloink, 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 keep it, get banned, get fucked, get fucked, get fucked, get fucked. And they'd enjoy it. Right, this might miss a bit. Well, it shouldn't, but compared to that line, the two lines didn't quite marry up. But it looks alright. Yeah, so I mean about the line, if you look at the blue line on this side, you look down the field, there's a bit squiggly where obviously I free-handed it. But we'll tidy that up afterwards. We'll get the main lines done and we'll tidy it up afterwards. So yeah, if you guys want me to do any normal harvesting, sorry about that. We'll be doing it in the Nexit pack. I can see me getting bored on this type of a map with the Nexit pack because of the capacity of the harvester. I feel it needs a little bit more, maybe 70. Not too much, like millions, but just. Well, I don't know, about 70,000, something like that, enough to fill a decent sized trailer every time. So you could come with like a decent sized trailer, 60,000 or whatever it is, fill it up, have your Nexit empty, go, your truck goes off to deliver. Time it gets back, the Nexit's basically full again, and like the process can start again. So you kind of almost non-stop with it. Whereas 30,000 on a map like this, or if you're using it on a big 4 times map or 16 times map, you probably won't even get halfway back or even halfway to the store for the sale before you kind of need to unload again. So you're going to need like 2, 3, 4 people just carting. Don't worry about to the left. We're going to grab that in a second. I just want to get these main strips done. My new bowling trainers helped yesterday. They only cost £140. Wow. Yeah, but your things can your bows can cost a shitload as well. So I looked at a set when my stepdad or father-in-law plays quite regular, and I was going to go and practice with him like once a week, and I was going to get a set, and I looked at him and I thought, nah. £400 just to practice and see if I like the game, that's too much. Even though I've, when I was in a 10-pin bowling league for a year, I did buy my own balls and bowling ropes trainers and stuff. And in total, cost £400, which is now down the tube because I don't play anymore. It was just a flat and a panda. I don't know, get me and my brother out, and we're enjoying it for how little it lasted. So I think we're going to miss a bit here as well by the looks of that line. Yeah, we're definitely going to miss a bit here. Got my bows for free from the next door neighbour. All right, you just went and had a little practice. Oh man. I mean, I think I prefer indoor, purely because once you get into it, you can do it all year round. Obviously, because weather obviously plays a part on outdoor bows, and there's enough indoor rinks to go around, I think, to actually just use an indoor bowling centre. I think my dad uses size 3 heavy. And I know he's just changed his bows as well. I forget which ones he was using, but a friend of his in the bowling centre said, why don't you try these? They've just ran out, but you can get a restamp for like 70 quid. They just need to be tested. So he had them retested, and yeah, cost him like 40 quid for the set off his mate, and then we finished the thing. So yeah, it cost him like 40 quid for the set and 70 quid for the stamp. So in total it cost him £110. Yes, they're second-hand bows, but they would normally cost like £500. Contract complete. Let's take this back to the farm. Guys, you are now in a position to use your Stream Loots cards to factor in the next contract. Obviously, ask to see the contract list before playing one. I retired in indoor bows. We won everything. Wow, you're decent then. I'm hoping it will stop raining in a minute. I mean, it's not due to stop raining until about 10 o'clock in game, and it's 10 to 9. That'll give me a little bit extra profit on if I am going to start harvesting. Like I said, if you've got any Stream Loots cards, contract ones, now's the time to say, can I have a look at the list? No worries. Yeah, that's far too much of a fucking ramp to... I mean, they've even got start point marked out. You don't need that. On the bike, you don't need that much. I mean, it will be top speed before you get up there. I mean, you could probably start here on the bike and still get top speed before you hit the top of the ramp. So we might do some spraying in a minute. Purely because they're paying well. No, I don't have the thingy packing yet because it's broke. So yeah, I'm going to still need to spray the whole field. Yeah, we was hoping we'd be able to use the new pack, but like I say, it's broke, so we can't use it. Morning, Tav. How you going? The Viking. So, like you can see, we bought the Nexit pack. We haven't used it yet. We've only bought it to harvest, just to see what it's like. I haven't used it yet. The only thing I've done with it is drive it back to the farm. I'm tired. For some weird reason, I'm tired. Did my stream last night, made tea for me and the wife. Felt a little tired, had a nap, woke up, and yeah, it was like I'm super duper tired now. But we'll try and make it through the day. We might need a granddad nap, but hey, it's what it is, eh? Oh, we missed it. It's there. We're going to do some spraying, guys, because the pay on these are not too bad. We're also going to use GPS from the start as well, because obviously, if we can use GPS from the start, it will cut costs. And you know, the most important thing if you're going to be doing spraying or fertilizing or stuff like that is that you're not spending out too much. You guys that have watched me for a little while have seen me do this before, and yeah, but on one of the farms I was on, from a £12,000 contract, I gained 2,000 after paying for the fertilizer to be able to do it. So yeah, it ended up not worth even doing the contract. If you're making your own fertilizer, obviously, yes, it's worth doing it if you have enough fertilizer to do the last. But if you're having to pay for the fertilizer, you might need to just, if you're short of money, just give it a miss for a minute until you're ready to rock and roll. Field 2. This is field 1, so it's the field next door. But yeah, guys, this is Michigan. This is my farm, my single player farm that, like I say, when the wife's up to actually sitting in the seat, we're going to actually teach the wife how to farm. She wants to learn, purely because of the community that's involved in farming and trucking. Why is there a vehicle? Oh yeah, it's a forklift. That's fine. Because of the community that we have farming and trucking. I mean, she's already trucked and she likes it, and she wants a wheel and stuff now. Oosh. let's go. For the wife to actually get on though, she needs to actually have a good day with her fibro, and then obviously when I'm not using it either. And I guarantee you, if she likes it, she's going to go, can I have a farm? I need a farm stick, and I need you to the stream deck, and I need this, and I need that, and I need the other. And it's like, okay. we need to get you the game as well. That'll be a bonus. Right, we will turn the sprayer on and off so that we're saving herbicide a little bit. Morning, Wendy. How you going? Yeah, a little tired, mate. A little tired. Feel like I've had too much sleep. It's only because I had a granddad nap after tea yesterday. I say granddad nap. I probably fell asleep about 6, woke up at 9. That's too much for a granddad nap, isn't it? And then still felt tired, so I went into the bedroom, and the wife was watching some sort of police program, and she switched it over to Y50 that we've been watching. We're watching the new one, and I was awake till about midnight watching that, and then yeah, managed to fall back to sleep again. So we's chilling this morning. We's on the farm. We're on Michigan. So the next time we farm, which will probably be in a week or so's time, I'll be on the community farm of Frischdash, however you want to say it. It's basically translated to rascal. And we'll be running contracts on that if nothing else is needed to be done. So if you have Stream Mutes cards for contracts, there's plenty of time over the next week or so to play them. Also heard your interesting views of how people are using Nexus Pack. Well, I say interesting views. I've watched a lot of people use it now, and yeah, you know, some guys see the positive side of it, and some guys just go, shit, because it's got like a small tank and stuff, and obviously it's a massive vehicle, and they're using it on tiny little maps, and you know, they're not really giving it the full, this is kind of what this is for, you know, get it over to a big American map and, you know, use it how it's supposed to be used. But I do feel, watching other people using it, I do feel that the tank could do with an expansion. Because I mean, I've only looked at it in the stats just before I bought it. But I think it only has a load limit of 32,000, something like that. And I think it probably, I mean, although that may be real life capacity, I think it should be like 45. Oh yeah, you'll get the Moners, so obviously. Yeah, it's like I said to somebody in chat the other day, you know, I think it was Fatnut, somebody said, "Oh, you won't stop moaning since you got in here," and I went, "Dude, I'm British. Moaning is our thing. That's what we do. We're a country of moaners. We moan. I mean, you take it. just take the weather, for instance. We moan when it's hot. We moan when it's cold. We moan when it's raining. We moan when the wind blows. The pack is great, and so's a purpose. It's a different equipment to use. You just need to put it in the right. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was just saying. Exactly what I was just saying. You need to put it in its thing, and let it show you what it's capable of. And hopefully, on this map, it will definitely show me what it's capable of. Like I say, I haven't used it yet. I and I can't really form an opinion of use until I've used it. And I haven't done yet. I've just said what other people have said and formed my own opinion of what they've said. But we'll get to how it actually is when I've actually used it. But in terms of just driving it down from the shop with the bits that I've bought with it, which is just the corn header and the normal harvesting header, the animation of the phoning up for travel is fucking brilliant. And the actual putting it together, once you get it the right side, is actually pretty easy. Took me a minute or two to figure that out, even though I did watch Tav's explanation of how to put it together, obviously. But it's been so long since I watched that, I'd forgotten. Although it did come back to me while I was doing it, so it did stick in there a little. Don't forget, peoples, if you're looking to join me in gaming, tomorrow's live will be SnowRunner once again in Quebec. If you don't have the map DOC, don't panic. I'm hosting. You don't need it. You can just come and join. I play full crossplay multiplayer on SnowRunner. I'm hoping to get either really close or finished Quebec before the 20th. Like I say, I'm living it every other day. Hey Titch, how you doing, lady? Not too bad. Good. Anyway, let's give Arix a shout out because he does stream when he's not falling asleep. Oh, farming as well there, Alex. Okay. Wake up, Alex. It sure hasn't come up yet. Come on, String Deck. Jump in the gear. Yeah, I know you've got some IRO stuff going on, buddy, but you do stream occasionally. And I know why you nap. I know why you nap as well, so I'm not going to go into that either. Or he gets told off for calling people fat. I believe the actual phrase was fat-fingered. I was there lurking. I believe the actual phrase was fat-fingered. There she is. Okay. If you're wondering what she's playing, guys, it's GTA 5 5M. So everybody in that picture that she's talking to are real people. Oh, look, creepy looking out for a fellow creepy guy. Go figure. No. I was lurking, and that was what was said. There's no looking out for another person. That's what happened. To be fair, Alex, he was doing what the streamer asked him to do. So you can't blame Windy. He was only following orders. Well, I say only following orders. When does fucking Windy follow orders? Truckers MP equals real people? Yes. Yeah, in 5M, the 5M servers, everybody in a 5M server that you see on the roads and stuff are real. There's a few, I mean, some cities do have NPCs, but yeah, most of the people that you can speak to and have a bit of banter with and stuff are real people. And a lot of cities, the police are real as well. The police, the fire people, the ambulance crews, yeah, they're all real. I have played 5M. I've been in 2 cities, and yeah, they take up a lot of time. To get into character each time, and to keep your character in his head, because obviously it's a role play type game, so a lot of the time you do have to stay in character. It takes a while. It takes a while to obviously make your character up, make his backstory up, this and that and the other, and then you've got to act it while you're out there on the streets. We have NPCs, but yes, all of those in the pit, our characters are real. Yeah. I just play a slight Wildover. Okay. Yeah, I mean, when I was in, I forget the first city I was in, I didn't want to be a criminal, so I played a legit businessman who just moved into the city and was just looking for some sort of business to take over. Now, as a legitimate guy going in, obviously the first thing, if it's got it set up, to make some money, you go into the delivery business. And then I had the opportunity to take it over from the guy who was running it. Another guy said, look, do you want me to lend you some money and you buy that business, and you have a month in real life time to pay the money back? So I was like, yeah, that sounds real. That sounds okay. But I felt like owing another guy in the game, I didn't like it. So what I decided to do is I decided to do a bit of crime. And yeah, and pay the money off. And even though he gave me a month, I paid it back in 3 days. By planting a bit of weed. First time I went out to sell it, I got caught and got 3 days in the slammer, which basically translates to 45 minutes or something like that. Need some more herbicide. Herbicide. Which one's the herbicide on? Is it that one? No. Here's how much I come into the menu to do herbicide and shit. Herbicide. Healthy or... what am I doing? 2, I think. Let's do 3, just to make sure. Hey Matt, is your song right? Your basket case? No. No, Alex. If you really want to take the piss of me with the song, All the Small Things is my song. I'm not ashamed to say that mine's small, compared to some people. We do months imprisoned, but each month is a minute IRO. 60 months equals yeah. There we go. We'll just leave that there out of the way. That's fine. So, guys, it's your opportunity if you have Streamloops packs to have a look at the job list and pick something for me to do. Like I say, I don't really want to harvest until it stops raining. In fact, I think it's just stopped raining. And let's have a quick look. Oh, hello. See that yellow line in the middle of the road, mate? Fucking stay on your side, dickhead. That told him, didn't it? Yeah, so if you have any Streamloops packs contract cards, guys, you can have a look at the job list and play one. Don't forget, it's the only way to do it, because if you play a card that I haven't got the contract for, the card just gets broken and gone. And the reason behind that is I give so many away that, it's a thing. So let's pull in on the grass, guys. Just in case somebody chooses another spraying contract. So the contracts I have to offer are another cultivating contract. This is a biggie though. This might take me the rest of the stream. We got some deadwood contracts. We got some harvesting, root crop, and a few other bits and bobs. So sorghum, that's peas. I'd have to borrow the stuff for that. Carrots, another carrots, and green beans. I'd have to borrow the stuff for that as well. We have some sowing to do if you want me to do that. We have some more spraying to do, and we have some wood transport. But I'd have to borrow the equipment for that as well. I've got nothing to transport wood, even though I'm doing a bit of wood on the farm. That sounds so wrong. I'm doing wood on the farm. So if you weren't here for the tour around the farm, when I get back, let's quickly show you. So we're heading towards the farm now. So let's quickly go on the outside. So the bit you didn't see in the last time we were here, guys, was the edge here has woods all the way up it. So I thought we'd get into a bit of wood. That's again sounds wrong. But what we learned is that even though the field edge or the map edge wasn't until you get to here, it won't let you plant like 6 foot off the edge. So yeah, and I didn't realize that you didn't have to turn the freaking edge around as well to plant the things, which yeah is a bit disappointing. But anyways, we planted all these trees. We've planted a load more in this. I don't know what it was. It wasn't a grass field. It was just green. So I don't know what it was. So yeah, this bit here didn't come up as a grass field. But we bought the land and we planted trees in it. We also knocked back a few trees over here as well with our equipment. And yeah, hopefully these will grow in however long they take. I think it's 2-3 years. And we can whack the wood in here and get the products out and make the 3 things that need to be made on the map. So we brought a few things to transport the stuff around. So we've brought a chopper, something to pick the logs up and whack them over there, something to transport the byproduct off of. I bought this planter, but I couldn't get it to work. But I think I know the reason why I couldn't get it to work. So we'll probably use that next time to plant. And we bought a forklift to pick up the wood and load it onto the truck. We also bought this. This is a production And basically this turns your beans into canned beans and stuff like that. And I've harvested 2 fields which are down this way, which did have sugar beet in. We're now doing long grain rice because I've never done long grain rice, and we're going to put it into, I forget whether it's bags or boxes. I think it's boxes in this one. Bags. We're going to put it in the bags. Boxes is short grain rice, or the one you need to do the thing for. I could do rice rows. How much is rice rows? I mean, we haven't done anything yet to get whatever. 4,008. What's rice bags? Ooh. Rice rows may be the way to go. What do I need extra for rice rows? Just long grain rice. That might be the way to go. Yeah, so we did that. Where's my tractor? Because we need to take that back down the thing. We also got rid of a truck because it wasn't working for slurry. So we took a load of slurry and we took it up to 3 tits to put it in there, and it wouldn't go in. So we tried it with the trailer that we had from Riverview, and it went in, so we got rid of the truck. I'm hoping the same doesn't happen with the milk when we try and get rid of that. But there's an exit pack just sat in there. We might actually do a bit of harvesting with it in a second. We have got cows, not buffaloes. I did say in the end of Riverview that, you know, the buffaloes were a bit OP, so we weren't going to do them in the next farm. Here's my slurry trailer. This I think it's 46,000. It holds. We've got an auger wagon because we actually needed some extra lime. Right, let's put this away, and we're actually going to do a harvesting with that exit pack and see what it's like. We'll need to take a trailer wherever I go because, like I say, it's very low capacity. Well, I say very low. It's not very low. It's like, I don't know, maybe medium capacity. Like I say, I think it said it was like 36,000 or something. Right. Don't put you away. Jump on the trailer. Leave that there a second. Right, let's get a contract. Yeah, it's not very far away. Let's just take that. That's sorghum. So accept the contract. 27. Let's take the tractor down there, and then we'll come back for the net set. This is the Colossus trailers. To be honest, I prefer these to the Lizard trailers. But basically, they're the same, but the forage trailer for Lizard, I had a problem with it, and I didn't know. To be honest, I've never reported the problem, but I kind of should have done. Basically, on Riverview, even though I was going over what I needed to pick up, it wouldn't pick it up. No matter which direction I was at, it just wouldn't pick it up. So it was skipping bits. And then I put this mod in, used it, and it picked it up straight away. And I was like, oh, okay. So yeah. Right, we should be coming up to the field that we're harvesting. Is it this one on our left? I think it's this one on our left. Yeah, it's right. We'll just leave you there. That'll do. Let's go back and get the net sat. It's in transport mode because that's how I brought it down. Got the right header on. I know we need to watch the backswing because the steering in this is, yeah. Yeah, it has rear steering, so it kicks the ass out really fast. But yeah, the animation to put this on, put the stuff on, was very good. I enjoyed it. I mean, I know that this is, I mean, if you haven't used the Nexit pack yet and you've never seen it, and I'm sure most of you have, this is 3 pieces, what I'm carrying now. So you have the motor unit, you have the, like the capacity trough, which is the red bit, and the header. So this, at the moment, there's 3 pieces. I've wanted to use this ever since it came out, but because I was doing my own thing, I've never really had a chance to use it. I'm hoping, I think somebody said there was something wrong with the GPS when you're using it. I hope they fixed it. We shall see anyway. Which is the reason I've actually kept up the menu, so I know which buttons I'm pushing to actually. So what we'll probably do is we'll start on the first line, and we'll get the GPS on, and we'll see how we go. The pipe's just there, so we'll see which. I mean, we'll probably get in the first line, I would have thought, before we need to empty. So we'll try and get in a line straight down. So as you can see, guys, just above the trees there is the roller coaster that needs repairing, which is why we're doing the wood. Once we get all 3 items built, the plan is just to make something for profit. So whatever is the most to make for profit, that's what we're doing. Well, that's what I'm going to do. Otherwise, yeah. Let's just line this up. Right, okay, boom. Do I need to unfold first? I think I do, don't I? The animation of this is great. It really is. Autobots transform. That's kind of what it's like. Right. Hello. Where? There we go. Yeah, it's still off a little bit, isn't it? We alter that ourselves. 15 foot. How's that? No. $16 16 meters. Let's just go straight for the juggler. 17 meters. That's a little bit too big. Let's go 16 5. So that looks fine. Let's reverse back. Switch on. Lower down. Let's go. See how we go. Okay, we left a little bit on the corner, but we can grab that in a minute. Yeah, I think, well, I say we're kind of good. We could maybe do with making it slightly thinner, maybe, but I think I got it. It's only that little tiny bit on the corner that's that's missing, and we'll get that when we do the whole headland. So yeah, we had to alter the working width. I mean, that's sort of nothing as long as you kind of look at what you're doing before you start doing it. That, like I say, it was just a little bit of faffing about, just altering a few things. The idea of it, the idea of this is great. I say the idea of it. Obviously, this thing is a real bit of machinery. In effectiveness, for a lot of people out there, would this take the place of normal combines and stuff? Probably not. I say probably not because, say if you're not one for realism, you're probably going to use the Colossus pack because you can do this at umpteen miles an hour and use a bigger header and get the job done 3 times as quick. If you're a realist, doing the virtual farming for kind of real, yes, you might use this because, like I say, it's a real bit of kit out there, and I don't know, it's just different. So I think people like to look at different. The only thing I think that might be the deciding factor sometimes is, compared to, say, I don't know, the New Holland, or what's the other big fucking harvester, Case? Is that the 2 biggest normal harvesters? Capacity wise, what are the capacities like in them compared to this? That might be the deciding factor on whether people actually use this. But here's what I'm thinking about this bit of kit. When precision farming comes in, or it is in, but when it starts working properly, this is going to come into its own. That's my feeling. And the reason being for it is because, it can just use its own wheel tracks for everything. It can just use its own wheel tracks for everything, so it doesn't really need to, when you're planting, to make the tram lines, which I think in the long run is going to create bigger yield because you're not doing 2 tracks. It's doing 1 track, 1 track, 1 track. So kind of, especially if you're using, say, crop destruction, it's destroying less in a ways. And I think the sprayer, because I've seen guys using the sprayer, I think the sprayer goes like a half a line that way and a half a line that way, over the width of what it is. So you actually, say if you're spraying this line, you can actually miss this line next to us to the left and do the next one on, and it will do the whole lot. Would that be accurate, Tav? You've used it. You've used the sprayer. I'm sorry to ask you questions about it when you're probably having your first coffee. When you're using the sprayer, say to fertilize or herbicide, it's wide enough to kind of do half of the next lane, so you can sort of miss a lane every lane. That be accurate? Because I know you've used the spraying part of this. So when precision farming is out and working properly, I think this bit of kit is going to be fucking awesome. Yeah, so it uses 1.5. So yeah, literally when you're spraying herbicide or fertilizer, you can just stain your tracks every time. And like it says, it does 1.5 lines. So you can do this line and for that line. So you go the line over when you come back, and it will spray the line off again. And I think you will actually get more yield because it's destroying less. Because you can go up and down the same wheel tracks. Obviously, you'd have to make a mental note of, say, the wheel width instead of working width. But yeah, I think it's a thing that will work. So in that way, it has an advantage over kind of normal harvests and stuff with its implements that it has. Like I say, the only weakness in this I see a little bit is capacity, but you know, I think this has 36,000. What's the? No, not that one. It's that one. What's the capacity of that? 20,000. So it actually has more than that. 20,000. Oh, so it actually has more than that. I thought it had less. See, that's how little I've used this piece of equipment. I thought they had more. But yeah, this actually has more capacity, so, you know, hey ho. Benefits in that. Yeah, I'm okay, lady. How are you? We'll get that other bit that we missed there. We're only doing the headlands. Getting there? Good, good. So when are we likely to see you live next? That's what we all want to know. Possibly Tuesday. GG's, lady. Okay, so we're going to have to prepare for an offload here. I know I ain't got crop destruction on, so we don't really have to worry about that. But I am slowly kind of practicing for maybe a bit of crop destruction to be on, I don't know, maybe some stuff. So even that reversing back there is going to be a no-no. Right, we're possibly going to empty out on this side, so we're going to have to bring the track around. We'll just drive straight off the field, because this isn't a road anyway, so there's not going to be no public around. So we'll just lift up and put pipe out. We'll switch it off for now and go get the tractor. There he is. Right, we'll just follow the harvested route. Sorry about. So the big place here, that was an old mill. That's one of the things that we can rebuild with the planks and all that lot. Like I say, there is 3 things on the map that need repairing. Hi, Az. How you doing, brother? Morning. What's my? Oh, okay. You're trying to do the accent. Morning. It's all right. Az will pick me up for punctuation or some shit in a minute. It's fine. He'll get his own back. That goes to farm. We're trying new shit, mate. We're trying new shit. So we're playing with the Nexit pack, which I haven't yet played with. And yeah, pointing out a few pros and cons to it. And I think in this type of farm, it's actually going to thrive, especially when precision farming gets fixed, I think it's really going to thrive. And the yield through not having tram tracks as such is going to pay dividend. I think we can get in that way. Whereas with the Nexit pack, we can just have a single track instead of a tram track. I think it's going to pay dividend. We're also trying some wood farming, which I've never done either. I'm also doing proper clam silage, which I've never done before on my own. I've always been part of a community that has done that, or part of the community farm which has done it. I've never actually done it on any of my farms. Well, yeah, that was an experience to pat down and get it going. Yeah, like I was saying, I think once kind of everyone gets into precision farming and starts using it on a regular basis, the people on US farms and stuff like that, this is going to come into its own if they're using precision farming, I think. Because like I say, you can just use the same wheel thing for everything. You know, you just need to maybe create a working width and just stick to it. In fact, I'm missing a bit down here. Let's go up the end and make this slightly thinner. That's what I thought that was going to be the case, to be honest. I don't know why it started missing once I got down there. Let's make it a little thinner. So to be honest, let's just make it 16. I mean, we had to alter it anyway. Is that now going to get that bit there? No, that's still missing the edge. That's strange. Oh well. We'll grab that bit later. I mean, so I get it. I've been that way when I'm farming since 19. Basically, because the contracts are a lot different than in 25. So when you were doing a grass contract, you literally did it start to finish. So you did the cutting, you did the ted in, the windrow in, whatever it needed, you baled it up, and then you took it to where it had to go. So literally, when I was doing the obviously the grass cutting and stuff, I literally made sure I cut everything. Everything. I cut every fucking thing. Right, it's a good opportunity to swing it round. So I'm trying to swing it round. I'm going to get that bit of the edge. Sorry, car. I'm going to get that bit of the edge, and then we'll go the other way round now that we've done one headland. And yeah, at least we can drive the tractor around in. There you go. Should be able to get by now, dude. Just watch that deer. I was patient enough to wait for it. Right, and because I've pushed it over one more thing, yeah, we shouldn't be leaving anything behind now. And pipes on the outside, which is good. Come on, move. Oh, you want me to go a little bit further? Animation of this fucking thing is unbelievable. Right, we're not missing any, so that's good. Means the adjustments are working. So I think that's the sweet spot, 16 meters. By the looks of it. I mean, if you wanted to bring it in, probably 15 and a half, maybe work slightly better, but I think 16 is good enough. I know we missed a bit there. That's when we turned and didn't turn on the line. But we'll get that now. As we're on the turn. That's good to know. At least kind of it didn't go into the, you know, on the turn it didn't go into that part of it. You know, it could have gone into that other lane. It didn't. You know, so going a little bit further on this line, although I didn't go quite far enough. If I had crop destruction on, I wouldn't be destructing that much. Or, you know, I need to work out a system that it won't hit it at all. Tyler, hi, how you doing over there on YouTube? So like I say, guys, this is the first time I've used this to work. You're good. That's good, mate. Yeah, it's the first time I've used this to do some proper jobs with. I've driven it around a little bit. I literally bought it yesterday, brought it back to the farm, and yeah, this is the first kind of practice using it that I've done. First impressions. Yeah, it's got its own purpose. I feel that I'm sort of using it in its ideal place, as in a US farm. Like I say, when precision farming finally gets fixed and comes out and everybody's using it, I think the Nexit will have its own basically purpose. John Deere or Case, this is neither. This is the Nexit pack. The NEX AT, the Nexat pack. And to be honest, I don't mind using either. I've used pure John Deere farms. I've used pure Case farms. I've currently got mainly Fendt on this one. They all have their qualities and disadvantages, and yeah, it all depends what you want from a tractor or from a manufacturer. I mean, there are some manufacturers that have more tools than others, of course. There's always that. All right, will it get that bit there? Ford or Chevy? I'm not an American, so. If I was to pick one, a manufacturer in the US, Dodge. Specifically, 67 Charger. 67 to 69 Charger. Of course, you pick one of the worst. No, maybe. If I was to pick my favorite brand in the game, Case. Case is my favorite brand in the game. You're in New Zealand and you owned a Ford Falcon V8. Nice. Chevy Impala all the way. That's the one that kind of looks like a Ford Escort Mark II. If it obviously it'd have to grow a bit, but yeah, kind of looks like that. I said kinda, not does. They're kind of very similar shape. It's just that the Impala's massive compared to that. Unless you're talking about the 65 Impala, and that looks totally different. But they're like the like late 70s Impala. Yeah, that look totally different. Dream car. My dream car is the Charger, mate. Dukes of Hazzard style. But I don't want it as was. I'd like it Mopard. So what you see is a 70s Charger, but what's under the bonnet is all brand spanking new. So it handles and drives like a modern day vehicle, but looks like an old car from the outside. That's my dream car. Your Charger is Dom's Fast and Furious car. Yeah, so the Dukes of Hazzard one is very, very similar. It doesn't have the blower coming out of the engine bay. And the premise of it is it was better at handling rather than going fast. And obviously speed was part of the Dukes of Hazzard car, but mainly handling was the premise of it. Even though in reality, when they made Dukes of Hazzard way back when, it didn't handle it as good as they made out. Oh, the 67 one. Oh, the older one. Nice. The older one, the kind of the one that looks like a Cadillac, the old Cadillac without the fins, but obviously smaller. I think a lot of the people that modernize them, they put airbag kits on them. The 67 Impala. Really nice, yeah. Once again, guys, if you want to come and play with me tomorrow, we're back on SnowRunner. Quebec is the map. If you don't have it, don't panic. As long as I am hosting, you can come and play. You don't need the map. I have modded trucks, and you don't need them either, because I have them. Over here. It's safe scooting through all the vehicles. If I just run it, it's only over here. Yeah, so this is the old mill. Requires 6,000 long planks, 6,000 litres of... I forget what the other thing is, but yeah. And then the old mill will be built. Whether it turns into being mine or not, I don't know. Never built something. Oh, I missed something there. My computer is for stuff like that. Only thing my computer can do is Fortnite. Needs a bit of upgrading, mate. Can't get in the Dukes of Hazzard car. No, you probably wouldn't be able to, would you? Anyway, the car wouldn't be for you, it'd be for me. I want time alone. She's probably going to say you get all the time alone you require when you play on your computer. I know the later to my... Okay. 4.8 litre V8, nice. You know, the only trouble with the US, Australian, New Zealand vehicles, you don't really try and get the most out of your engine. You know, you'd have a big block V8 and only produce like a couple hundred horsepower. Whereas, I mean, you'll give it to the Europeans, and they'll make a V8, and they'll get like 900 horsepower out of the same, it's almost the similar type of engine. I know it's all to do with rules, regulations, because somebody, what was I watching the other day? I forget what I was watching, it doesn't really matter. But they were explaining why, like in ATS, why there's no 700 plus horsepower engines. And it's to do with real life regulations on weight. For what the chassis got to be without the cab and everything. American V8, okay. Yeah, it's to do with weight. Why they don't need the big European engines. And they even went into the fact that parts of the European Union even have different rules and regulations as well for engine power with trucks, which I didn't know. You know, so in some parts, you know, people that drive a 770 Volvo may be illegal. I didn't know that. Some parts of Europe. Jesus shit. Fucking wakes me up every morning at fucking 6 o'clock. I feel like kicking her out the fucking door. But then she looks at you with those soppy eyes and it's like, I can't do it, sorry. We'll get that squiggly bit in a minute over there that we missed. We'll just go back down this line and get this little bit. And then we'll come back up. Although maybe we should come up at full tilt. Yeah, she is Chucky. She's really adorable. All the thing that I said at the beginning when we went to get the dog, all out the window now. We couldn't be without her. So when we first decided to get another dog after our other one went to the dog kennel in the sky, I said, look, well, we both agreed maybe we should just wait and see how we feel about having another animal. And then she found that one online. It was a long way away. It was a lot of money too. And I was like, no, it's no, just no. And we went up and saw them, and I was still like, no, but up to you. But now, absolutely, I wouldn't change her. I wouldn't get rid of her. Not a chance. I'm missing bits this side again. Is it? Oh, I've put the fucking width in, haven't I? I've put the width in. Yeah, she lit me just now and I told her to go away, but she came back and tried again and she won. Yeah, that's what she does. That's that I got. Guess what she's doing now? I don't know, sleeping, knowing her. That's her thing. She'll wake every fucker up, and then she goes to sleep. There we go. She's like, I've been awake while you twats have been asleep, so now you fuckers can be asleep while awake while I'm a fucking sleep. I have a feeling this hasn't readjusted properly. It's missing a little bit. Even though I've adjusted work length width to be in, so it should be perfect now. This is my farm, Bevs. This is the one I'm going to teach you to do stuff on, yes. Well, I'm also trying some stuff out at the same time. As soon as you're up to being able to do some stuff, then yeah. Right, because we're now on the longer part, what I might allow this thing to do in a second is just do the whole thing. Yeah, I'm still missing bits. That's strange. Why it didn't, I don't know, it seems to not have recomputed the change of width. She's going to have a go at it, Chucky. She's had a go at trucking, and she likes trucking. She now wants a wheel, and she's not just happy with having a wheel. She wants one of these as well. We truck wheel. When she trucks. She's not just happy to have a normal wheel. She wants a truck. She wants a big one. Linda Racing, hey, how you doing? Good job, I'm an affiliate then. Yeah, mate. But one thing I said was, if she's up to it, maybe when we're farming or trucking or whatever, she wouldn't mind being part of the live. Oh, that's when you were racing with, who is it, on that 12-hour of Spa? Yeah, that wasn't your fault, Linda. No way. Well, you know me, what they say, go big or go home. Yeah, I know. Your brother kind of reminds me every time we go camping. I know we've only been there once, but, you know, that's the way he goes camping. He don't camp, he fucking glamps in his tent. I mean, literally, the last time we went camping, he had a 10-man tent for himself and and his kid. And he literally, in his bedroom compartment, had a TV in a tent. But guys, yeah, I don't get why this is now not harvesting the outer lane. Maybe I put it back to 16.5 because it was doing it at 16.5, harvesting the outside lane. But now I've voted it in. It seems to miss. Let's try this lane. And if it misses the outer lane on this lane, I'm definitely going to over back to 16.5. Yeah, it's missing. Let's just do it like a 0.3 maybe. No, it's missing it. It's still missing it. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe we should just do it freehand. It will save all the fucking going back and forward and back and forward and back and forward. And that's Who Is It works on it. We can set up Who Is It on it now that I've done almost 3 headlands. VCA or the other one. I've got them both installed, so. But I say I've got, no, I've got VCA installed. I haven't got the other one installed. We'll try a bit of VCA. I think I got it in. No, I might not put it on this farm, actually. I'm confused. Confuffled. I don't know whether I've put it in this farm or not, VCA. But we'll soon find out. There's... Right. Let's put it there. Okay, so let's press that. Turn the lines off. VCA activated. Right, this may look weird the first lane, but it'll get it the second lane. I'm hoping the buttons still work. Change lane left, change lane right. I think that's the turns. Gotta remember what the buttons are, even though obviously they're on the string deck. They did change a little bit. So we'll have a look once we get to the end. Be right back, no worries. Morning, Matt. Confused. He's been confused for a long time. Yeah, maybe. No, what was confusing me, Smiler, about the Nexit pack is I altered the size out of how wide it was because it was like, I don't know, 2 meters too thin, the harvesting width. And then after I altered it out to proper width, it was missing rows, or sorry, it was okay, but I felt that it was slightly too wide, and then it was missing rows when I altered it back in. And yeah, to be honest, it should have just recalculated. And yeah, while Molly is asleep, I'm going to try and get another couple hours here. No worries, Bevs. You do you. So guys, this is VCA, and as you can see, I just pressed one button and it turned itself and lined itself back up again. And literally, that's all I have to do every time I every time I get to the end. So we can natter to you and just turn it around every time. I think there's an automation for the whole field coming with it, because when I got this mod, it was an A grade one, so it was very much in developer stage. I mean, the menu didn't even work for it, so does the menu work now for it? No, it just goes inside the cab. So yeah, the menu's still not working for it, unless that's a button I haven't put on it yet. Mimi! What? Hey, Peachy B's here as well. Hey, Peach. I think Cooper's a bit obsessed, don't you think? Now it's cutting properly, or harvesting properly. And now it's not missing bits. Used to love this mod. Back in 22, we used this mod all the time, the VCA mod, instead of normal GPS. Don't get me wrong, in-game GPS for everybody now is great. But for some weird reason, it was just missing a row of stuff with this harvester. I don't know why. Possibly me. Because I did over the width out. Like I said, it calibrated it at 14 meters, I think. And clearly I've got a 16 meter header. I don't know. Well, 15.2 according to that. But literally, if I set the other to 15.2, it should be good. You ran out of coffee? Oh dear. I mean, depending on what kind of a stickler you are for coffee. Like if you like instant coffee, one thing I can say is if the Lidl's golden roast is not too bad, kind of on par with like Nescafe and stuff. If you like Nescafe, if you're into your percolated coffee or stuff like that, obviously it's totally different taste than that. I like percolated coffee. I really do like it. I don't know. It's kind of more. It's a more of a chore to make a coffee with percolated or whatever. Although I'd like not a cafetiere, is it? I'd like the Ninja coffee machine. But I can't justify £500 for it. And that's me. I could have done with you a minute ago, Mimi. We had the troll was back. And came back with 2 different accounts. I soon got rid of him though. Also, my GPS page is still a part of, or mainly part of my all the Farming Sim 22 buttons. So literally to do stuff, I've got to go in and out, in and out, in and out. I need to put the home button back to No, we don't give a shell. And we all know how you don't. If that ever happens, I'll be back in 30 seconds. If it's offered up. That in and out I love. Yeah, you missed it all. I mean, literally, he must have. I mean, I know we shouldn't give people the air of it, but you can tell he was in a rush to make the accounts to come on, because they were literally letters scrambled together. It was like HD, 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 and then he came back 3 seconds later with HF, HF, HF. Funny. There's enough for one cup. Well, one's enough. One's enough to kickstart the day, and then you get going. But like I said, guys, once precision farming is fixed and works good, I see in American maps, I see the Nexit pack being an important part of everybody's farm. That plays at this speed. Simply because once you get it worked out, so 15.2 is the working width for the wheels. So literally you would set everything at 15.2 and then you crack on. So that you're in the same wheel pattern. And then you literally don't have to keep going over different wheel patterns for the field. Seven o'clock. I've been awake since about 20 past 6, which when the dog jumped on my head. And I at about 7 o'clock, I thought, yeah, it's time to get up. Back's aching. So literally, I came in, sat on the settee for a bit, warm all the muscles up, just so I could start moving. Otherwise, the back will twinge and I'll have a fucking sciatica, fucking flare up. I know, I'm getting old. All these fucking problems. Went out and made a coffee. In fact, I could do with a second coffee. In fact, on this long line run that we got now, probably got time to go out and make a coffee. Could do with a shave as well, but couldn't bother this morning. Literally could not be bothered. When I wake up a bit in a minute, I'll probably have a shave. I know, I feel like the cat dragged me through a bush. Then that one covers with me, I just got up. But once again, guys, if you want to come and play a multiplayer game with me tomorrow, we're playing on SnowRunner again. We're doing Quebec, which is a snowy map, so SnowRunner snow map, you know what I mean? Even if you don't have the DOC, guys, I'm hosting and you don't need it. It's a bit like Hunter Core of the Wild that way, whereas if somebody's hosting with a map pack, you do not need the map pack. All you need to do is come and bring your trucks with you and come and enjoy yourself. If you don't have trucks, don't panic. I can lend you a truck. That's not a problem. That's not being big-headed. That's just me collecting trucks. So I have trucks to spare. So yeah, starting at about 1:30 tomorrow afternoon. So even if Minute's not available tomorrow morning, yeah, we won't be going live until 1:30. simply because my buddy Kev doesn't do mornings. I mean, literally, Kev won't be. I mean, he probably will wait now, but he doesn't kick his brain into gear till about 10 o'clock. So, guys, if somebody else say wanted to come in with another Nexit pack harvester to help me with the field, I could literally tell him to set the number on the screen. So, halfway up on the right hand side, I can tell him that up is 90 degrees, down is minus 90 degrees, and he could literally line himself up on exactly the same lines as what I'm doing. And then, of course, we just once we get the menu systems for the VCA, we can tell it to miss every other lane, and then you can work as teams, which would be good. You know, on bigger maps, big American maps, say if you've got a whole host of players ready to come and do some farming and carting for you, you know, you could have two of these machines going, two guys carting, and yeah, literally have some fun times working as a team on a field. I mean, we've done it, not with a Nexit pack, but we did it when we had early 70s root harvesters on, I have to get the map now, but we did it on that map. In fact, it took me, I was on one field for 18 hours, not in a row, but I was on it for like 10 hours one day on my own, and then the guys the following day, I think it was a Saturday, so there's a lot of guys on. I think you guys all decided, you know, we'll give Matt a hand and we'll go and finish this field with him, and we were on there for another, I don't know, 6-8 hours, finishing off. But it was good. It was good fun. It took a lot of work, but it was good fun. I mean, and the other good thing with having multiple people on is you can do like 2 runs to the factory, change over into, so somebody goes into the harvester and you go into the truck and do a couple of runs, you know, and then you go back into the harvester, and it's cool. Shoulder hurts today, but I'm still going bowling. Maybe you shouldn't do. I mean, not that you know, for bows, you don't really put, like I was saying before, you don't really put much energy through your arm. Yeah, you still maybe shouldn't go if your shoulder hurts. I mean, it's only what my doctor told me about my injury. You know, any sort of pain at all, stop doing what you're doing. Literally just stop doing what you're doing, and let it rest, and then only go up to the point of pain and stop. Just go up to the point of pain and stop. So still keep the shoulder mobile, but don't push it, because the second physio that I had for my shoulder, he reckoned that I was pushing myself to try and get back to work, and I was really pushing myself to try and get back to work, and trying to push past the pain. And he says I might have caused more damage than actually doing it good. Morning, young man. How we doing? Jers, how you doing, dude? And thank you for calling me young man. I think you need to go Specsavers, son. Vision Express or any of the leading brand freaking glasses places. So this shouldn't be too much longer. We should get this pretty much harvested in a second. I think we 5% off at 5% off to if you use Taz discount. Yeah, that's true. Not bad, thanks. Most pro. You're younger than me. As Kenny would say, when you get above a certain age, you're not really aging. You're leveling up. That's how Kenny calls it now. He's not getting older. He's leveling up. So I kind of like that. But we'll steal that one off Kenny. Age could be part of it. That's what I say too. Yeah, age is always part of obviously joint problems, but obviously there is other problems that you don't need to be owed. You know, so say frozen shoulder, you don't have to be owed to get frozen shoulder. You could be just years of doing the same exercises, which is kind of what my problem was. You know, my problem with the frozen shoulder wasn't because I was, well, 46 at the time. It was because literally all day long I do this, kind of like Baz. You know, all day long I'm doing this, and not really lifting arm up or anything. Whereas when Baz is doing the offloading and loading, or when he can do offloading and loading himself, he's moving around and being physical. You know, bus drivers don't really get to be physical like that. And the bus drivers are not allowed to be physical like that either. That's the thing. Ah, that one goes for there. Okay. I was 18 when I found out that I have arthritis. Yeah. The wife has arthritis. She found out that 15 years ago. And what happened was she had an epileptic seizure, and her shoulder popped out, and now she gets arthritis in it all the time. It's just there all year round. She's also had part of her hip bone grafted up here to hold the bone in place, but we think that's snapped. But she's got such a high pain threshold that she just carries on. Her pain threshold is way above mine. Way, way, way above mine. Guys, we have DJ Pat on Simulator Radio, so exclamation SR dash request. And don't forget, with DJ Pat, your requests have to be 80s songs. They would have to been released in the 80s. Yours is non-existent. Yeah, I mean, I have my conditions which I suffer from, but some of them can be, if I like take care of myself a little bit better, they don't hear their little head over my shoulder, shall I say? So I suffer from migraines, but mine are I put mine down to lacking of stuff. Seems to be the thing. So back when I used to get them quite a lot, I used to be, you know, on the farm, or I really get my head down into what I'm doing. So I forget to drink. I forget to have a snack if I need it. I forget to, I don't know, put my sunglasses on in sunlight or stuff like that. So it's lacking and stuff. And it was just the body's way of saying, you're being a twat. You need to do this. I was lucky. I've never had cluster migraines. The wife has. I've never had them.
but I get the migraines where you get a visual thing, and it's hard to describe for people that's never had a migraine. So my warning sign for my migraines is pins and needles in my fingers. If I don't do anything about it after that, was anybody born in the 80s to know what a TV was like when it wasn't in tune for a channel? You get those black and white speckles that are just like blah, 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 blah. No. Gavin's like, yep. Yeah, that's what I get, like clouding over my eyes when I have a migraine. So there's that. There's like a little swirl that happens, and literally, I've had to pull over driving because of it. It's obviously dangerous. And one time when it happened, I was actually driving a bus. Classed as stars. Yeah, I know they class it as stars. Some people class it as swirls. The best description, I think, for it is the one I've just used, where it's like an 80s TV out of tune from the channel. There's a lot of people of a certain age will know what I'm talking about. So yeah, so I've had to pull over a few times. I've even had to tell customers, sorry, I'm having a migraine, you'll have to get off the bus and wait for the next one. They kind of look at me as if to say, what are you doing driving the bus? Well, migraine isn't a licensing depleting thing. Epilepsy is, and a lot of some of you are going to say, but migraines are part of epilepsy. Yes, they are. Very minor part. Very, very minor part. Care Bear, how you doing? Thank you for your first time chat. Can we activate it up here? Deactivate, go there and activate. Boosh! I want every little thing about you. So this is an exit pack, guys. This is the first time I've ever used it in Farm Sim 25. I used it a bit in 22 when it was just a mod. But now that now that Giants have kind of took it over and it's their mod, and DOC now, in fact, it's a lot better. When I say it's a lot better, when we had it as a mod, I only remember the fact that it could do like 4 or 5 different things. Now it does about 10. I'm guessing. I don't actually know the exact number, but I think it does about 10 different things. It has many different connections that you can put on it. I grew up in the 90s. My main era for growing up, which I remember of, obviously, is the like, I remember from like mid 80s to the early 90s as being my childhood. I was born late 70s, but obviously I don't, at that age you don't really remember anything for the first few years anyway. So the first thing I can really recall from childhood is 80s, 83, 84, something like that. Right, put that up. Let's get rid of this. And we'll take it back to the farm and clean it up. So guys, I'm going to take a quick bio break and then you'll have the opportunity to, if you've got them, to play a contract card from your Stream Loops packs. Am I part of Simulator Radio? Yes, I am a presenter on Simulator Radio. Ross, morning. How you doing? Yeah, I'm a presenter on Simulator Radio. I'm also a partner streamer. You're a broadcaster of Simulator Hits. Oh, I've heard Fizzy talk about you. What contracts you got? I will let you know afterwards. Love this bit of this fucking thing where it transforms. I love this bit. Fizzy's cool. Fizzy's a good lad. We mock Fizzy and we take the piss out of him because he's a bundle of energy. He really is a bundle of energy. And a fair comment would be that Simulator Radio kind of missed out on his talents as a presenter because he has grown into that sort of thing. But at the time that he had his interview and his live demo, he was green. So obviously he made some mistakes which the guy doing the kind of initiation didn't like. So obviously he didn't get in. But you guys over on Sim Hits are making the most out of his talent. Fizzy is an odd, but he's still a good guy, yeah. To be honest, I've actually met Fizzy real life, and a few of you have as well. And meeting in real life, he is very different to the dick he is in Discord. I mean, literally, the guy's totally different. Although, kind of, Xeno, his big brother, did give him a job on the day to kind of help out with Cersei, which is Crofty's other half, and to just, keep one eye on the little man and stuff. And, he really did act mature and really good. So, yeah. Not when you met him, he was exactly the same. I think it's because Xeno gave him responsibility. So he was kind of acting his age, not his shoe size. Wait, what? Xeno is Fizzy? Fizzy? Yeah. When he is focused, he is awesome. Yeah, we did. Yeah, exactly. Windy. We did really miss out on him not presenting for Sim Radio. But you guys on Sim Hits have now reaped the benefit of him not getting in. So, GG's. Right, back this in. I did say I was going to wash it, but since you guys want to maybe play a contract card, I'll wash it later. So we're going to take this up to the shop. I don't know where we're going. We'll have to look where we're going. Where are we going? So we're going... where are we going, in fact? Farmers Market. Farmers Market straight up. Okay, so up this road. Right and a left. Okay, that's cool. And while we're here, guys, so there's a cultivating contract, deadwood, fertilizing, harvesting, root and others, sowing, spraying, or wood transport. Got that? Get it, keep it. Mimi's like, it's fucking too early for that shit. I missed all that. So, guys, we can actually rebuild this roller coaster. and we are doing, which is why we're doing a little bit of wood over at the farm. There's also the grain mill there to do and a park. To be honest, my first delivery should have been the park of wood, but we sort of took it to the roller coaster because we wanted to get that rocking. And I think if it's the same as the one that everybody did on 22 on the wood farming map, maybe we can go and have a ride on it, once it's built. Because that one that I think, was it Silver Run? You guys will know what map it was. The wood farming map. And you built what did you build? You built a roller coaster. I think it was their ship to build. And you could ride the roller coaster. Silver Run, yeah. Mimi, have another coffee, you'll be alright. Or guys, or if you need caffeine and a wake-up call, you could try Wraith. Exclamation Wraith in chat to find out what my code is for 10% off. If you can't remember mine, there's other streamers out there that have their own codes. Can't drink Wraith? Ah, that's a shame. Right. Take this back to the farm, and then we should have a bio, do one more contract, and then end the stream. Also, guys, we'll those of you who missed the start, we'll take you through what we got going at the farm, because it's changed a little bit from last stream when I was live over on this farm. Yeah, we hope Mimi feels a lot better. Sending the love, as always. Also, in the next month or so, this field here, which is ours to our right now, that has to be harvested. So, we'll have to get onto that. That's going to be a big day, turning that around. Also, at the same point, I think there's the two grass fields down the bottom are going to be ready to harvest again. And I'm going to have to check on the silage, because yeah. And I might have to get a hayloft or something close by. So yeah, let's just show you what's going on. And like I say, we're going to go for a quick bio. So I know some of you are here for this before, and I can't run over the trees. So this is all ours, this sawmill. And we actually bought up to, I forget where the thing is, the boundary is. I think it's just here. So where I've just gone on, that's the boundary of the fields. And I actually planted tree saplings, or trees. And I planted on just outside of the field as well, because I figured that was mine. I don't know whether it was or wasn't. But what I soon realised, because I started down here obviously, is that some of this counts as the outer boundary of the map, which is why, as you can see on this bit, there's a big gap area where I couldn't plant. I also on this bit couldn't get the JCB planter to work, and I don't know why that wouldn't work, to be honest. So I bought it, it's there, but I literally had to use this planter here to plant in. And I bought some extra stuff which I thought I needed. So I bought a tree cutter, and that was kind of cool. Strips all the extra branches off, leaves it as just a log. Pick it up with the JCB whatever you want to call it, with the grab and whack it under the shed, sell it. Nice and easy. I put a production down for rice because we're actually going to be harvesting rice in the next few months. Long grain rice, and we're going to put it in the bags. No, we're not. We're not anymore. Are we? We're going to be making cookies out of it because they're worth more. We have a clam silo, which I've never done on my own before. When we've got some fermenting. But let's go just have a look. 71%, not bad. So that'll be ready in a month or two, and we can start feeding that to the cows. It's a bit far away from the cows, but it won't take us long to load a couple of buckets in a trailer and take it down. What I might get is one of them motorized feeders, just to pick it up, hoover it up, and take it down there. Right then, we're just going to park this here, and we're going to go and have a quick bio break. And like I say, if you guys got any cards to play, now will be your time. So, like I say, we've got a cultivating contract, big one, some deadwood, fertilizing, some normal harvesting, pea harvest, some root harvest, some sowing. We've got some spraying as well, and then some wood contract. So you guys have a think about it, and I shall be right back after these thoughts. Oh. Right, how we doing, gang? We doing all right? Oh dear, we're gonna level off at level 2. Right, anybody got any Stream Leaps cards to play, or are we just picking another one? Because it looks like we're not going any further on that. Thank you. Game over. If we'd have got the level 3 guys, whoever was top of the boards would have got some Stream Leaps packs, but since we didn't get to level 3, I'm afraid nobody gets anything. Sorry. That's the rules. Right, anybody got any Stream Leaps cards to play for contracts? Once again, let's show you the contracting list. So like I say, we have some wood transports. We have some spraying, some sowing, some harvesting, fertilizing, deadwood, and cultivating. If we don't play it in the next 10 seconds, you ain't got contract I need. Well, I guess you just shit out of luck. So anyway, we've only got about half an hour. So let's do, I don't know. You guys vote. What would you like to see? Not the P contract. Fuck are you. I'm not doing the P contract. So I'm not doing that one or that one. Any of the others. Wood. Let's do some big wood then. If we're going to do wood, we'll go whole hog. So there we go. Jackie beat you to it. Oh, it's just down the road. Okay, this won't last long. Oh no! No! I didn't do that. I didn't do the thing. I didn't do the thing, did I? So the thing is, I was supposed to fucking borrow the fucking thing. I'll have to do another one. Hold the line caller. Oh, there you go. There's another one. Borrow the items off of that. Rigged. How can it be rigged? You guys chose it, and Chucky just got him first. Just because of you, you know I'm actually pretty decent at this. Right, where are we going? So we got one this way and one that way, and right. If we get the one that's furthest away first, that's a lot of first, but yeah, we'll get the one that's furthest away first, and then we'll go the other way. Let's go. Right, straight to the end, take a left and down. You cheated by changing it? What do you mean I cheated by changing it? Hi. Thanks, Mimi. Jesus. I didn't change it. I first said, has anybody got any Stream Leaps cards to play for contracts? And Mimi said she had some, but not the contracts I had. So I changed it to kind of a thing. A vote in chat, which kind of ended up just a first person. So yeah, I get what you're saying. I did change it, but you know, the thing. My stream. There you go. That's the view I like using. Right, let's go. Let's load these logs. I've never seen them stacked in a 3. That's kind of newish. I've never seen them packed on top of each other in a 3. Seen them in a 2, but not in a 3. in Vietnam. He was 19. 19. No, 19. Right. If you want to straighten up your claws, if they're bent like that, just fully closed, fully open, or whatever you want to do, and they'll go back to normal. Need to get paid ads out of the way. I've had 9 since 9. I need to check my ad settings if you've had 9 since you've been here. You should have 1 minute 30 per 30 minutes. That's what's on the settings. And because I've been on more than an hour, you shouldn't be getting pre-rolls either. Well, we got 4B. And to be honest, that what they just said in that song, that's really what this song was supposed to have highlighted. The fact that a lot of people that went over to Vietnam are still seeing what they saw over there, the tragic events and stuff that they saw over there. Can't wait for midnight. My boss is going to pay me early so I can order my wheel at midnight. GG's, dude. I mean, there's loads of different places to go, of course, and obviously go the place that you're gonna A, get it faster, or B, save money. But if you're getting it directly from Moser guys, those guys who are getting Mosers, don't forget to use my link to go through to the shop. And yeah, A, it bigs me up a little bit, you just using the link, and B, I get a small commission if you buy anything. You don't need a code, you just use the link to go in and just go to the buy section and buy. I mean, there's a few places to get it fast, mate. Overclockers is one of them. And that's kind of where I got mine from, even though I'm a Moser partner. But it did save me £20, I think, because for some weird reason, even though Moser have put their delivery prices down, they seem to be charging you the minimum price per item. It's a little weird. Overclockers out of stock on the pedal. Yeah, they were when I got mine. Boom. Right. Let's just wait a few seconds and we'll spin this beast around and get rocking. There's a sawmill, I believe, is at the top here. Yeah, I think the Moser short term, or the cheapest delivery price, is $7.76, and it's 4 to 7 days. Obviously, if you want yours quicker, then you know. Right, so we're not going to turn this contract in, guys, because we still need to do the other contract the other side. And then it'd be virtually time to raid out, because we won't have time to do any other contracts unless I continue with wood contracts for the minute and keep doing them. Alright, where's this sawmill? There it is down the bottom. Whoop! Shortcut. Okay, do I have to drive the truck in? This one? I have to drive the truck in with this one? I think I do. Oh, reversing this fucker is going to be fun. Oh, this is going to be fun. Reversing a dolly trailer in. My driving is shocking. Not that bad. You've seen Minute and everybody else drive, haven't you? I class myself above them. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong way. Really? You know, I hate that sound. Gotta remember it's the opposite of the opposite with this fucking trailer, because there's dolly. Right, I'm stuck in the fucking pole. And now she's going in. She's going in now. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't do it that way. Don't do it that way. Go back the other way. Back the other way. Back the other way. Back the other way. There we go. We're in. We're in. That'll do. Boosh. Right, let's go down this way and get that other one. Okay, it's down over here. At least that's where it looks like it is. Mackie on Mimi. Thank you. The bus wankering him. Fuck are you? I just don't like dolly trailers, so I'd be able to reverse it in one if I had a normal trailer. Right, here's what I mean, guys. Look, a 2-stack. That was the first time I've really seen a 3-stack. Oh, that'll do. Unpack the thing. Okay. Change to the front. Unpack thing. Change camera. Change my controls. Now let's do this. Small areas, so they stack them in 3. Yeah, maybe. I mean, like I say, I've never seen it, and I've played on like Cavalier Roy's maps, which, as you know, are freaking tiny, and they still didn't stack them in 3 on them. There's a lot more wood. A lot more wood on this one, so we need to make room. We're going to try and stack these kind of proper. You've seen 3 stack? Yeah. Thank you. No, 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 don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Lift. Lift. Oh, I know what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to let him go. Then now, pick him back up again. I've got to admit though, having this farm stick and its Icon City button certainly makes this job a heck of a lot faster. I mean, I know you guys that have twin sticks say that that's the way to go, but because I don't have twin sticks, you know, this is certainly very, very simple. I mean, most of the work obviously is on the stick. There's just a few buttons which on the Icon City pack that I use for the logging, which is basically twist, open and close, making this so much easier. We're actually going to save a space in a minute because I don't want to stack these too high, and then when I do the trailer, the camera kind of goes a bit janky because I'm looking over logs. So we're going to start loading the trailer now. Can you not assign buttons on the farm stick for twist? I probably could, but what I would like to use for twist has always been janky on my farm sim stick, so I unassigned it fully. Because what the stick has is a twist function, but the twist always has been a bit janky, so I turned it off. Basically, it senses an input for that action that I'm not actually using, so I just turned it off. I probably should have complained about it straight away, but it's never really bothered me, so I didn't bother. It was still in the box. It's a great bit of kit. Take nothing away from it, even with some of its faults. I say some of its faults. A few of us has recently had stick drift on the look stick, So there's a small thumbstick on the top, just here. Those of you. So if I point to it, just up here, if you look at the wheel cam, so just here, there's a thumbstick, and that's for looking around when I'm not in crane mode, anyway. And yeah. Need to try to get a clamp or something. My clamp for it came from Linda. And the only thing, I mean, I'm very grateful for Linda to do it, but every so often I find myself tightening the clamp to the desk again. It loosens itself up for some weird reason, and I can't stop it. I wonder if Linda's in here. I wonder if you have a solution, Linda, to that. Right, so what we'll do here is we'll pick up 2, and then we'll widen the claw all the way, and we should be able to pick up 3. Which will fill the top of the trailer. So if we open it all the way up now, that'll do, and we go down on it, we should be able to pick all 3 up in one go. Bit like that. Make sure the clamp is all the way on, and lift. I mean, failing that, there is clamps that, or cable clamps that can be purchased for like £30–40. I've actually got one from Temu coming, which costs like a £5. And I'll let you guys know how that is. Right, so let's put that back in. Let's clamp that back up, go to the back, clamp that back up, and let's go back to the sawmill. Not that I wanted to replace that one. I ordered it actually before. It just takes a while to come. Thank you, Mimi. I don't know what the fuck that was, but hey, I wonder if we can hold the line caller. I wonder if we can drive it in. Will it fit through? Yeah, it'll fit through there. It'll fit through there. There we go. Bosh! Found a place. Yes, mate. Yes, mate. What do you mean cheat? That's not cheating. I just found another way in. It's fine. Anyway, guys, that's it. That's all we got time for today. As always, guys, we're going to say to the people on YouTube first, bid our goodbyes to you guys, and then we'll bid our goodbyes to the guys on Twitch. Don't forget, tomorrow's game will be SnowRunner, 1:30 p.m. start in the UK time. Anybody's welcome to come join. You don't need the map pack as long as I'm hosting and I have the map pack, which obviously I do. You are quite welcome to join. I play full crossplay multiplayer, and anybody's welcome, as long as you're over 18 and able to watch the stream, obviously. But for now, guys, you guys on YouTube, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye now. You guys on Twitch, just hang fire a